Hey friends, welcome to your practice. This is going to be a 30-minute-ish class, and it's going to be embodied and mellow and a little bit rhythmic. These classes are great when you just want to feel into your body. We're not going to work up into a peak pose. Everything will be fairly gentle, but you have the opportunity to explore. And if you want to take something further, do it. If you want to back off a little bit, do it. Also, I recommend listening to music during these classes because that can really help with the rhythm of movement, and also close your eyes and listen to what your body is telling you to do. We're gonna get started laying on our stomachs today in a croc pose. So it's basically a belly shavasana. Lay on your tummy, stretch your legs back behind you, and then rest your forehead down onto your backs of your hands. Close your eyes down and just arrive into your body, arrive into this shape. Feel your bones weighing down onto the mat. Notice the natural curve you have of your spine here, with a nice little arch in the back of the neck and the low back. And then that outward curve through the thoracic spine, the mid-back area. Take a few breaths into the backs of the lungs here. Filling up your lungs like balloons, expanding out across the ribs. And exhale, open your mouth, let it go. One more breath like that. Really fill up. Exhale, release. You can blink your eyes open if you like, otherwise you can keep them closed. Bend your knees, curl your heels in towards your glutes, and just take a little windshield wiper of your legs side to side. Bring your legs back in towards the center. Cactus your right arm out to the side so your elbow is bent at 90 degrees. And then roll onto your right ear. Taking a little shoulder opener here. If it feels good to explore with the top leg, you can definitely do that. Straightening or bending it behind you. Pulling your knee into your chest. Kind of playing along with the lines of tension in your body and your fascia. And then switch sides. We're gonna cactus our left elbow out to the side, roll onto our left ear. And then either stay still with the right leg or explore movement a little bit. Good, switch sides again. Cactusing your right elbow out to the side. Rolling onto your right ear. This time plant your left toes behind you if they make it. And then walk your right arm underneath your body. So we're still in a side lying pose. This is our lazy side seal. So we're letting the rib cage and the right side waist really expand and open up. You can even let your right ear and your right shoulder creep towards each other. You can take shoulders rolls with the right shoulder. Emphasis here though is elongating the right side body and filling up the right lung with air. Good, now step your left foot in front of your right hip. Find that little hip opener. I think we did this not too long ago. So as you lean your chest forward, you might feel more of a sensation on the back left glute. You can dip and raise your torso. And then walk your right hand back out. We'll roll through center to the other side. So left elbow cactuses out. Roll into your left ear. This time plant your right toes behind you if they make it. Just here for 2 breaths. And then if you want to take the side seal option, we're going to walk our left hand underneath our body. This time let the rib space between each rib on your left side open up. Take a good breath. You can sigh it out if that feels good. You can roll out the left shoulder. Now step your right foot in front of your left hip. Think about rolling your right knee up towards the sky. You can plant your right hand for support. And we're gonna dip and lift our torso and see how that changes. Any sensations, maybe increasing the stretch on your glutes. Good. Roll back through center and then press through your palms. Send your hips back to your heels. Find a child's pose. Rest your forehead down onto the mat. And take a few breaths here. We're gonna move between child's pose and an upward facing dog or a cobra. So as you inhale, tuck your pelvis underneath you, roll and ripple your spine forward to a tabletop pose, but then keep going. So the thighs lower down towards the mat. Depending on how your back feels today, you could lower your belly and your chest to the mat and find a low cobra, or you can engage your glutes and stay active through the back body and lift up to a high cobra. Take an inhale here to roll your shoulders back and pulse your heart forward. And exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Moving with the breath now, inhale to roll forward. Exhale, lower your thighs down, extend your toes back. And exhale, child's pose. Ripple, roll forward on an inhale. Exhale, lower your lower body down. Inhale, open through the heart space. Stay active through the back body. Pull your hands energetically backwards. And then exhale, your pelvis leads the way back towards your heels. 3 more with your own breath. Close your eyes. Try to feel each little spinal movement and each little muscle activation that gets you to the next pose through each transition. And last one, let it feel good. Good, we'll meet in a child's pose and then walk your hands out to the right. Take a little side stretch. You could thread your heart underneath your left armpit and then roll your left shoulder back down towards the mat, finding a little twist here. And then walk your hands all the way out so they're pointing out from the right hip. Come into a kneeling pose, but take that side stretch over to the right. So right hand can be planted onto a block if you need more space. And left bicep frames your ear as you stretch over. Good, and then find a twist to the right. Left hand comes onto the outer right leg. Right shoulder peels open and back. Stay tall through your spine. And then find a little activation of your core. So we're pressing our right hip forward a little bit, twisting through the upper spine. Okay, we're gonna reverse. So take that side stretch to the right first. And then child's pose, lowering your arms out to a diagonal. And then walk them to the left side. Stay for a couple breaths in your child's pose, leaning or side bending to the left first. You can think about rolling your right shoulder open and closed. It's a nice stretch for the lats. Good, and then left hand shoots out directly from the left hip onto the ground or onto a block. Right arm sweeps up and over. Keep your right sit bone pinned down to your right foot. And then a little twist to the left. Bring your right hand to the outer left leg. Your left fingertips can stretch behind you into the space behind you, or you can place it on your pelvis, reminding you to find that little forward press of your left hip. Drop your left shoulder from your ear. One more breath to twist a little deeper. And then we'll go in reverse. So take that side stretch to the left in your kneeling pose. And then walk your hands out a diagonal. Lower your torso down for your child's pose to the left. And then back through center, child's pose.
As you lift your body up, let your hands just slide back towards your knees.
Take a little cat-cow here. So in this kneeling pose, as we inhale, we'll lift our heart up. Kind of arch to the low back. And then exhale, let your hands slide forward towards your kneecaps. We're gonna tuck our chin in, roll our pelvis underneath us, and round through the back body. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale into cat. One more inhale, open up. And exhale, round forward. Good, hands plant, knees walk back a little half step. We're gonna find tabletop pose. Take a little shift of your hips side to side. And then lift your right knee from the ground. Point your right toes out to the right side, so we're externally rotating through the hip, and then plant your right foot down. So everything is the same except our right leg is turned outwards. Take a little shift forward and backwards through the hip. You might feel this a lot through the inner thigh on the right side. And keep your spine long, keep your sit bones flicking up towards the sky, keeping that natural curve in your spine. And then left hand remains grounded. Bring your right fingertips towards the front of the mat as you peel your chest open to the right. And now take those little sinks forwards and backwards. Your left hip is reaching back towards your left heel. And let this feel really good. This is one of my favorites. If you want to take little cactus arms, you could open your right elbow to the sky and then close it back down. Open right elbow to the sky. Lower right elbow to the center of the mat. Let's do 2 more of those. Three more breaths to explore here. If you want the side stretch, if you want the hip option, whatever you want. Good, right hand lowers, right knee lowers, and we'll switch it out. So lift your left knee, externally rotate at the hip, so your left toes point out to the side, and then plant your foot down. So both hands and right knee stay the same. First, we're just gonna start forwards and backwards. Feel that stretch through the glutes, and through the left inner thigh. Through the toes too, if your back toes are tucked, through the ankle. And then right hand stays. Turn your chest to the left, stretch your left fingertips forward. Take those rocks back and forth with the side stretch. And then if you want to take the cactus, left elbow draws upwards, and then left elbow drops to the center of the mat. Feel that twist in the upper spine. Open and close. 2 more. Good, now 3 more breaths to continue with that or to take the rocks, whichever felt better for you. All right, 2 hands, 2 knees to the mat. Send your hips back. Find a downward facing dog as you lift your legs. Take plenty of bend in your knees and let your heart really sink down towards the mat or down towards your knees as well. So we might find more of a hammocking of the upper body than we're used to. And let's pulse here. Hands are staying steady, feet are staying steady, and it's our heart that is reaching down and back. Good, walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Then turn your toes out and your heels in. Drop your hips low. You can always place them on a block if you'd like. Finding Malasana Yogi Squat. Hands to heart center, elbows pressing into knees. Take a breath when you get there. And we'll do a little twist. So bring your right hand out to the right side. Open your wingspan so your left fingertips reach up to the sky. Lower back down, left hand to the outside of the mat, right hand up, breathe in here. Breathe out to center, right hand plants. Inhale, twist left. Exhale through center. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, center. One more on each side. Good. Move back through center. Inhale, pull your heart into your thumbs. And then exhale, take a forward fold Uttanasana. Parallel your toes to the top of the mat. You can have that block underneath you supporting you. And again, bend your knees as much as you would like. And in fact, let's all find a bend, and we're going to find a little anterior tilt of our pelvis. So think about lengthening your sit bones backwards. From here, place your hands onto a block if you have one. So envision that dipping of the low back. And now think about broadening and puffing up through the mid back. So the area of the rib cage, the back of the heart. So can you find that curve in the low back and the puffing up of the upper back? And then your hands are providing traction either on the mat or on the block. Really send breath into the length of your spine. The space between the shoulder blades is broadening. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Malasana Yogi Squat. Let your hips drop low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift, emphasizing the arch of the low back and the round of the upper back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Malasana Yogi Squat. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift with that spinal emphasis. And exhale, fold. One more time, drop into your squat. Head hangs heavy in your fold. Spine finds its nice natural curve on the halfway lift. And exhale, fold again. This time, hold on to opposite elbows. Find a little sway side to side. Ground down into your right foot. Place your right hand onto a block or onto the ground. And we're just gonna simply open up into a half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So left hip heels open to stack on top of right. We're pressing out and back through our right heel. Your left hand can be on your hip, or you could extend it skywards. Breathe long in all directions. For 2 more cycles. Good, exhale, forward fold, and we'll switch it out. So left foot is grounded. Move your block over if you'd like. And then we're gonna peel our right hip to stack open on top of our left. Press back through your right heel, and then stretch your right fingertips to the sky. And really find length here through all your limbs, through your spine. Find something interesting in this pose for 2 more breaths. And then ground your right foot down. Circle chair, we're gonna roll up the spine 1 segment at a time. Shoulders and head and neck are the last to unfurl, and then once you get to standing, we're gonna hinge back at our hips, drop our chest low, find our fold. Inhale, roll up slowly, rhythmically, intentionally, and then fold back down and let it feel really free in your body. Close your eyes. Let's move between a half moon and a circle chair. Half moon on the right, ground down through your right foot, lift open through the left side. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle chair. Exhale, release back down. Left hand plants, right arm and leg open up for your half moon. And exhale, fold. Circle chair up through center. And roll it back down. One more on each side, Ardha Chandrasana on the right. Breathe in. Find that length, that extension, expansion. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, roll up your spine. And exhale, fold back down. Half moon on the left, right arm and right leg lift. Breathe in. Breathe out to fold.
Inhale to rise up to your circle chair.
This time stay here and step your left foot back into the outside of your right foot. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Right hand holds onto your left wrist, and we're lengthening up and then over. Good, breathe in, stand through your right foot, bring your left knee to your chest, circle it out to the left, take a big old step out, find goddess pose. Toes are out, heels are in, sink your hips low, hands come onto your thighs. And take a little shift here side to side, involving your shoulders, finding a little twist. Inhale, traction your spine straight. Exhale, dip your right shoulder to the center of the mat, gaze over the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, lower your left, shoulder down, gaze to the right. Back through center on your inhale. Exhale, twist, and then at the bottom of your exhale, turn to the back of the mat, pivot your toes, drop your right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, arms reach high. Exhale, right elbow hooks on outside of left knee, hands come to heart center, find this nice twist. Press your left hip forward and find that movement through the upper spine. Option here to open your arms if you'd like. Breathe here for 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, sweeps you all the way back to your goddess pose, rotating to the right. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down. And then let that carry you to the front of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise. Step your right foot outside of the left and back behind you. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, left hand holds onto right wrist. Take that side bend to the left. Stay here 1 extra breath. Plant down through your left foot. Bring your right knee into your chest. Big circle out with the hips. Big step to the back of the mat, goddess pose. Lower your hips down, hands come onto your thighs. And again, move through that little shift. Inhale through a straight spine. Exhale, drop your left shoulder, gaze over right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist, drop your right shoulder down. Breathe in, move through midline. Breathe out, drop your left shoulder, twist to the right, and then finally pivot your right toes at the bottom of the out breath as you lower your left knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, left elbow hooks on the outside of your right knee. Press your hands together. Press your thumbs into your chest as you twist. And then you can stay here, or you could open your arms out wide, whatever feels best for you. Good, big inhale. We're gonna lift our back knee, pivot it open to the left, find goddess pose. Breathe in, hands on thighs. Breathe out, drop your right shoulder as you twist down. And then let that carry you to the front of the mat, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift 1 more time. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sit your bottom down. Take a Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So knees are nice and wide, soles of your feet are touching in the center. Place your hands onto your big toes or onto your ankles. Inhale for a tall spine here. Exhale, draw your elbows back as you reach your heart forward and fold. As you do so, roll your right shoulder to your right ear. And back through center, roll your left shoulder to your left ear. Back through center. 1 more extension through the spine. And exhale, roll all the way down onto your back. Take a few breaths in your Supta Baddha Konasana. So our legs are in the same position. Now our body is just relaxing down onto the mat. And then take a twist, a really gentle twist to the right by just closing your left knee on top of your right. Extend your left arm out to the side. Really gentle twist here. Open your left knee out again. And then stack your right knee on top of your left. Extend your right arm out to the side. Gentle twist to the left. Move back through center. Extend your left leg long. Actually, plant your left foot onto the mat and then cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Left foot is planted, so we're in this figure 4 shape. And then reach your hands towards the sky. You can bring them a little bit wider than shoulder width. As we drop our right foot to the left, we're gonna reach our hands over to the right. And then as we drop our right knee to the right, we're gonna reach our hands over to the left. Let your low back arch off of the mat as we twist upper body to the right, legs to the left. And then as we twist upper body to the left, legs to the right. And stretch long through your arms. Find that line of tension again, kind of through the lats, through the upper body. One more on each side. Good, we'll switch it out. Right foot plants, left ankle crosses over top of right thigh. And then reach your arms up to the sky a little bit wider than shoulder width. As your left sole of your foot drops down to the right, we're gonna stretch our arms out to the left. Moving in opposite directions, and then legs to the left, arms to the right. And let it feel really good. It feels so good on the back body, the back of the rib cage. 2 more in each direction. Finishing up here. Good, pull both knees into your chest. Give it a really tight squeeze. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. Hold here. And then exhale, extend long into your Shavasana. Feet extend to the corners of the mat. Your hands can be palms facing upwards, or you could place your palms down onto your body. Open your mouth for an exhale. Let your skin widen onto the support system underneath you. Widen onto the mat, onto the earth. And breathe. Big exhales, big sighs if you need them. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere in your body and see if you can release there. And just let that automatic muscle tension go. Find a sense of slow, steady, rhythmic breathing, not really forced. And then you have the option to stay here longer for a Shavasana or a meditation. If you're ready, you can roll onto one side. And then come to a seat. Keep your eyes closed if they already are. Bring your hands onto your knees or onto your thighs. Take an inhale for tall spine. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Drop your shoulders. Go ahead and blink your eyes open. Take in the space around you. Notice how your body feels. Hopefully it feels pretty amazing. Nice little gentle movement, targeting all areas of the body. We had shoulders, tons of spine, tons of hips, tons of side body, twists, all that good stuff. So I hope you feel great. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.